Thank you for your joining us. And I think everyone knows when talking about China, and people will see and a great achievement in food security and poverty reduction. And I think the number is really a miracle. In the past 13 years, we have poverty reduction from the more than 87% till the less than 10%. Indeed, it's a great achievement. But I think for the international and the world, and you also I think you should remember, till now in China we have 19 million of the peoples in the poverty, below the poverty line. And also when you see the production and the majority of our production produced by the smallholders. The smallholder means in China each family only owns less than 1 hectare of land. So today I want to show some of our surveys about the coping strategy for the small farmers. And it's a WFP's project. We did 2 years, 2-round survey. And we have 114 villages and 1,368 households. One part of the questionnaire is about the shocks and the coping strategy. In our questionnaire, we divided the shocks into 3 parts: natural shocks, economic shocks, social shocks. The natural shocks including drought, and the economic shocks including the price, and both the input price and the commodity price, and also social shocks. So the result is 19% of the household in our surveyed sample and suffer from shocks in previous year. And 62% is suffered by natural disaster, and 24% for economic shocks, and 20% for social shocks. So there are 6 major shocks, such as the drought, high cost of agricultural input, high food and fuel price, loss of employment, serious illness or accident of a household family member, and the last one is flood. So when we see the shocks, the different group of people, different group of the households face with different kind of shocks. For the poorest household, we have the wealth index. So when we see the poor household, they are easily to affect by illness and the accident of the family members, and also lost their job. And for the wealthiest households, the high price of the cost, like fuel, and also the food, yes, they is most suffer from. And also we divided our group into the food security and insecurity group. We will find the food insecure group, the serious illness and accident of household member is the major shocks, and the food security group is similar like wealthiest households. So when we have another question for ask farmers their coping strategy. And also the coping strategy, we have the 4 categories, or 5 categories: reduce the expenditure on food, reduce other expenditures, fund other sources, and of cash, sell their products. And the last one is no coping strategy. For some farmers, they think they suffer from the shocks, but it's not necessary for them to have some coping strategy to deal with, because for them they think maybe it's shortly and shocks is not really influence their livelihood. Here the coping strategy, and they are only focusing on the 2 questions. One is reduce expenditure on the everyday living, it's less than 30%, and the second one is borrow money. So when we see the natural disaster, economic shocks, social shocks, and also we see the 3 categories of the coping strategy, we will find and the disaster and to natural disaster to tend to reduce the daily expenditure, and also for economic shocks tend to increase their disposable income. So for the poorest, and I think the two things we can get for the policy maker, one is irrigation. And this, when we did the survey, and the most serious drought is a drought, the natural disaster. So the impact on the livelihood. Another is the money, the borrowing. And because we don't have very good and formal financial market, most of them borrow money from neighbors at a very high and interest rate. So how to develop or build the informal financial market like microfinance maybe is necessary to do this. And the data, and we had the very big data and bank. And next year we did our third round survey. And also we did another surveys in the poorest counties in remote area, and including production, nutrition, and also other poverty reduction sites. And if you are interested, we can find some tools and models to analysis. And I have some materials and want to hand out if you like it. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Nie.